Hi, all you healthy humans. Welcome to New Leaf Table TV. I'm your host, Chef E, and today we're making bacon-wrapped shrimp with sautéed collard greens. Bacon and shrimp are each one of my favorite things, so put them together and you have a recipe for success. The collard greens get nice and tender and they make a great, nutritious, simple side. So let's go over the ingredients. We have wild-caught shrimp that's been peeled and deveined. Well, shrimp is really high in iodine, which is essential for your thyroid health. And thyroid controls a ton of body processes, but it's key for metabolism. We also have 4 slices of bacon. This is no sugar added and no nitrates, and it's from a reliable source. So you want to make for sure and get good quality bacon, but don't let anybody tell you that bacon's not good for you, because it's a great source of choline, which is a powerhouse nutrient, which is great for mood, memory, and cognitive function. We also have garlic, our Dijon mustard. This is Primal Kitchen. I really like this brand of mustard and all kinds of condiments because they don't add binders and fillers or GMOs. It's very natural, clean ingredients. We have salt and pepper, red pepper flakes, our avocado oil. I'm also using chipotle spice. You can use different types of spices or paprika if you prefer. I'm going to use it in the collard greens. This is just smoked red jalapenos. I also really like Frontier Co-op brand because they use non-GMO and clean ingredients. We're gonna add a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to our collard greens for some acidity and a little bit of honey for our marinade. We also have our 1 bunch of collard greens. So collard greens are so rich in vitamin K, which is really good for bone health as well as metabolic syndrome. And we're also going to use half of a sweet onion. I also have a handful of toothpicks that I've been soaking in some water here. We're going to use these as we wrap the bacon around the shrimp to pin it all together. Since they're wooden, you definitely want to soak them in water before you put them in the oven or they might burn. So let's get started. If you haven't already, preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Next, I have a rimmed baking sheet that I've lined with unbleached parchment paper. This is optional, but it helps with cleanup. Then we're gonna make a little sauce for our bacon wrapped shrimp. So take about 3 tablespoons of avocado oil. And then we'll add a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. And then about half a tablespoon of your chipotle seasoning. Now I'm gonna take 2 cloves of garlic and mince them. And then I'll take about a teaspoon of honey. Now I'm just gonna whisk all these ingredients together. Now you can set this aside, and that'll go on our shrimp. Next, I'm gonna chop my bacon into thirds. So I like to use a separate cutting board that I predominantly chop meat on. It's just for sanitary reasons, so that's this guy. I'm gonna chop these into thirds. Next, we're gonna take our shrimp and add about a teaspoon of salt and pepper, really salt and pepper to taste, right onto our shrimp and mix them up. Now I'm gonna take each of these shrimp and wrap them in bacon and place them on my baking dish. So I got my soaked toothpicks. I'm gonna take a piece of shrimp, a piece of bacon, and just give them a good wrap, and just use a toothpick to hold the bacon onto the shrimp. And put them on my platter. Okay, if you have a few pieces of bacon left over at the end, just go ahead and add them to your pan and you can have some snacking bacon. Voila. Just gonna make for sure my sauce is nice and whisked together. You can use your fingers. You could also just pour this over the bacon wrapped shrimp. I'm just gonna use a little brush that is also linked in my favorite things to just brush this right on top of our bacon wrapped shrimp. These are gonna be so tasty. Now we're gonna bake these in the oven at 400 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes until the bacon is crispy and the shrimp are cooked through. While our shrimp are cooking, we're gonna make our collard greens. So let's chop up our collard greens. So collard greens have a really tough stem that you can chop up and saute or use in your compost, but we're just gonna cut out the large portion of the stem like that and get them all ready to go. Next, I'm gonna fold them in half and just kind of roll them and then cut them into strips. And then I'll give them a chop long ways. Alrighty, our collard greens are chopped. Now I'm gonna take half of this sweet onion and I'm gonna cut it into thin strips. Okay, we're ready to get going. Take about 2 tablespoons of avocado oil and heat them in a large skillet. Turn your heat onto medium-high heat and let your avocado oil heat up for just about 30 seconds. Our oil is nice and hot. Now let's go ahead and saute our onions for 1 to 2 minutes until they just soften up. While our onions are cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and mince 2 more cloves of garlic. Okay, I'm gonna stir the onions. Woo, those onions smell delicious. Now I'm gonna add in my minced garlic and my red pepper flakes. Alrighty, give everything a good stir, and we'll just let the flavors combine for about a minute. Okay, it's been about a minute. Now we're gonna add in our chopped collard greens, and we're gonna add our salt and pepper. And then we're gonna give everything a good stir and let the collard greens cook down for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, it's been 2 to 3 minutes. Now add a tablespoon of your apple cider vinegar. This is just gonna add some nice acidity to your dish and give it lots of depth of flavor. Give it a good stir and let that liquid cook down for another couple of minutes. Okay, this is about done. Now let's check on our bacon wrapped shrimp. Okay, our shrimp look and smell delicious. We're gonna get our bacon just a little bit more crispy. So I'm gonna turn my oven onto broil and add them back in for 1 to 2 minutes just to really crisp up that bacon. while we're waiting for our oven to get to broil, our collard greens have finished up. The liquid has absorbed and evaporated. So I'm gonna turn off my burner and take them off of the heat. And now we're ready to pop our shrimp back in the oven. Okay, everything smells delicious and we're ready to plate it up. So add some bacon wrapped shrimp to your plate. And then some sauteed collard greens and onions on the side. And there you have it, folks. Our bacon wrapped shrimp with sauteed collard greens. Thanks for watching New Leaf Table TV. Until we dine again, farewell, healthy humans. To subscribe to New Leaf Table's meal plan service with weekly meals and easy delivery through your existing Amazon Fresh membership, visit our website at newleaftable.com. And also, please hit the subscribe button to our YouTube channel. I was just like, I just was just saying things. Our Dijon mustard, this is Primal Kitchen. I really like this brand. Yes, okay. And then we're gonna mince 2 cloves of garlic. Oh, I need the mincer. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that I needed it. Okay, that's gonna appear out of nowhere, but it's fine. I told you this one was gonna be a little bit more harebrained. Okay. I fixed the problem. That is how you become resourceful in the kitchen. Problem solving skills. I thought you were clapping for me. That is take a bow. Okay. That is vinegar in my eyes. Woo! Okay.